So, hello there everyone and welcome, it is Neres here, and today it is time for me to bring you yet another episode of the Players to Buy on FIFA 19 Career Mode mini-series. Today is video number 5 of this one, and I'm again going to be bringing you 10 more players that you should consider buying on your FIFA 19 Career Modes. That's either based on their performances in real life or their current potentials and abilities on the game at the moment. Now, if you go on to enjoy the video, slap a like on it, subscribe if you're new to the channel, but I also want to say a massive shout out to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. You can check them out down in the description below because they're a football news and fixtures and results app. You can check out all the news about your favourite sides, and one that I would definitely recommend. First player in this one though is the Vancouver Whitecaps winger. This is the Canadian Alphonso Davies. 71 overall is this guy at 16 years of age. That is literally disgraceful for the teenager. Can play on both sides of the wing. Got 5 goals and 8 assists at that age in the MLS last season. He is, honestly, he's ridiculous. I'm sorry, he's absolutely ridiculous. Very pacey, good dribbling and ball control, as well as 71 shot power, I believe, there as well. Got a really high potential of around about 87 or 88. Now, it's going to be a difficult one as far as he is concerned on FIFA 19 Career Mode, because unless future signings are implemented into the game, you should still be able to sign him in the first season. He signed for Bayern Munich in real life, but he doesn't join them until January of next year. So, bit of a difficult one. Hopefully you'll be able to sign him, but just beware, you might not be able to. Next player, though, is Valentin Rongier of Nantes. I think I've pronounced his name right, but he's 78 overall. A central midfielder slash defensive mid slash attacking mid, so very versatile in terms of where he can play throughout central midfield. But on top of that, he's very versatile in the things that he's good at. You know, his ball control and dribbling is very decent, but then his defensive stats are very good too. 84 on his stand tackling, and then his passing is so good as well. The only real downside on this guy is that he's quite injury prone, as you can see by the trait, but his potential at the moment is 84, and I can't imagine it'll be any different on the future FIFA as well. High defensive work rate. The reason he is so good is because he was one of the best defensive mids in Europe based on tackle percentage in terms of successful tackles won, even more so than the likes of Kante and Casemiro. So he's definitely one to watch out for, a bit more under the radar. Jadon Sancho, though, is someone that a lot of people will know about. 68 overall, the Englishman playing over for Borussia Dortmund after signing from Manchester City as a youngster. Still only 17 though, bearing in mind. Very pacey, and someone who's guaranteed to be somewhat of a wonder kid on the next FIFA. Everyone knows really about Jadon Sancho, but he's one just to remember because he still had a decent season. 5 goals and 7 assists last year in all competitions, and also 12 games even in the Bundesliga for Borussia Dortmund last year. Definitely a breakthrough star and very impressive given he was injured for a decent chunk of the first half of the season. So Jadon Sancho, definitely one to watch out for. 4-star skill moves is always nice on a winger as well. Staying in the Bundesliga, but now with a German player, we've got Felix Udekai from Wolfsburg. 75 overall and 19 years of age. Again, a very good overall and very good starting stat to have for such a young player, not even into his 20s at this point, though in real life he is, I believe, now 20. Very key for Wolfsburg this season, getting 24 appearances and also scoring 3 times as well. So he's, you know, not exactly prolific, but no centre-back really is. But it's nice to see that he's got a bit of a presence going forward as well. Very solid defensive stats. Maybe need to work on his physicals a little bit, but obviously he will grow those when you sign him in FIFA 19 if you choose to do so. Very good season though for Udekai. Definitely a breakthrough star of the Bundesliga from a defensive perspective, and certainly one for Wolfsburg. Patrick Cutrone is next up from AC Milan, and if we're going to talk breakthrough seasons, this is one of the kings of them all. Cutrone grabbing a ridiculous 18 goals in all competitions. That's 46 appearances and 18 goals for Patrick Cutrone, who was obviously 19/20 during the course of this season. And for a side like Milan, and in a league like Serie A, as well as then being able to do that on the European stage in the Europa League, that is very, very impressive, and he's definitely one of the most sought-after young strikers, I feel, in Europe right now. High attacking work rate, really good finishing as you would expect for someone with stats like that. 74 overall, and I believe a potential of 88 on the current FIFA, and I imagine that's only going to be the same or maybe even better on FIFA 19. Gislan Conan is the only fullback in this video, but the Ivorian playing for Vitória Guimarães is definitely one to watch out for as well. Another very strong season over in Portugal, ranked as one of the top 20 players in the entirety of the Portuguese top division. 21 years of age, a very pacey fullback, but obviously with good defensive stats as well. Passing is okay, ball control and dribbling good too, crossing not too bad as well, so in the final third he's definitely one that's going to be able to provide some product there. But even when you look at some of his other defensive stats, some of them are actually quite lacking, so if you want to build him up quite quickly in training and build up his overall very quickly, it'll be very easy to do so. Just train his defensive stats. High attacking work rate as well, so he's very influential going forward. 75 overall as I mentioned, and he should be another one to watch out for next season on FIFA 19. The only goalkeeper in this video is Christian Fruchtel, again another player who will be playing for Bayern Munich across the course of this season. Davies hasn't quite joined him yet, but they'll be teammates soon enough. The German is hopefully going to fill into the boots or the gloves of Manuel Neuer when he retires, or that's what Bayern Munich fans are hoping. 65 overall and with a potential of roughly 85 at the moment on FIFA 18. This guy is guaranteed to have a very decent potential as well going forward into FIFA 19. Decent enough goalkeeping stats. He's more of a road to glory style player, or if you're really patient with him, then you could sign him for a big side, but obviously it will take some time. Training goalkeepers is quite easy on FIFA, so if you want instant impact, it shouldn't be too difficult to get him to a high enough overall. Next up, we've got Presnel Kimpembe, who is also at a very decent overall, 80 for him. Very good strength and generally very decent physicals for the Frenchman, who was part of the France World Cup winning squad. 83 senior appearances already for Paris Saint-Germain at the age of just 21, and look at his defensive stats. 83 on stand tackling, 83 on slide tackling. Providing my eyes are not deceiving me, it's quite difficult to see on this preview screen on Sony Vegas, but regardless of that, he's good is what I'm trying to suggest to you. The 21-year-old, 80 overall, and with a very decent potential as well. He obviously is one to watch out for, and Paris Saint-Germain have just brought in another centre-back, being Thilo Kehrer from Schalke. I'm sure you'll see him in one of these episodes soon enough. Moving on to the penultimate player in this video, and this is Ajax winger David Neres from Brazil. I was about to say from the Brazil. It's not exactly grammatically correct, but he is from Brazil, that's what I'm trying to say. 78 overall, 20 years of age, like all the wingers in this video, unbelievably pacey, very good ball control, very good dribbling. He's someone that's going to take on players with ease in your respective career mode saves. His passing isn't too bad as well as volleys into the light greens in terms of attributes, and this guy has been unreal, to be honest with you, for Ajax. They've lost a lot of their good players over the years, but Neres has remained to stay in the Eredivisie, at least for now anyway. He grabbed 15 goals and 14 assists last season, so unreal year for the young Brazilian. And then finally, another player who's hoping to break through this season is Declan Rice of West Ham United. Someone who isn't exactly going to be a wonder kid on the next FIFA, but he's certainly going to be someone to keep an eye on if you're running low on funds, you need maybe a backup player in your side, because he's got a good potential of 82 at the moment, and given he's broken through for the Hammers this season as a centre-back and holding midfielder, you might well see his overall jump into the 70s, be it low 70s, but 71 or 72 is probably something I would predict for Declan Rice. The Irishman, just 18 years of age, decent defensive stats on him, and good strength and stamina as well. Certainly one to look out for. A bit different to some of the players that you've seen who are absolute just world-class wonder kids. This guy should be very good on FIFA 19 career mode, but he's definitely more of a cheaper option. Maybe a bit more like an Udokai or a Fruchtel, for instance, or maybe even a Gislan Conan as well. Those guys probably aren't going to cost you much more than £10 million in a career mode save, but are still going to provide when it comes to overall and potential. That, though, is going to round up today's episode of Players to Buy on FIFA 19 career mode. Another 10 players that you should definitely check out going forward into the next game. We're so close now, only a month away from FIFA 19 being out, and hopefully these guys will all get the potentials they deserve. If you've enjoyed this video, feel free to slap a like on it, and of course subscribe if you're new to the channel. You can also follow me on social media these days too. My Twitter handle and Insta are @theofficialfng. Links are down below. Once again, another thank you to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. You can check out that app down in the description below. below. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.